It's time!
I'm a champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing good. We're
You
doing
home?
good. I am home.
It's a shocker for a young man like you.
I know. I'm a pretty cool cat, so never know where I'll be.
You never know where you'll be.
Hmm.
Could be in the closet, for all we know.
It could be.
Was that last week? No, it was the week before.
The week before.
That
So,
was quite a surprise. Early. I woke up at like 3:10 for whatever reason. I was like, oh no, I gotta get up in like 30 minutes.
isn't that the worst?
Kind of, but then again, it's the go back to sleep is pretty enjoyable as well.
Yeah, I like when you wake up and you have like 4 hours, you know.
Yeah,
You gotta get up at 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
You wake up at like 3. Like, oh,
yeah, that's nice.
fuck back to sleep.
Yeah, that's nice. Especially when you get up, like let's say you gotta take a piss or something, and then you're like, oh no, please don't make me have to get up in like 15 minutes, and then
Mhm.
you look at the time and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's almost more enjoyable than sleeping through the night, really.
What?
It's almost more enjoyable than just sleeping all night. To wake
Yeah, 'cause
up,
you get the satisfaction of knowing you get to
Yeah.
sleep more.
you're like, oh, I'm a little tired. I hope I don't have to get up right now. Oh, I don't. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you go to sleep with a big smile.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty enjoyable. No one can deny it. Let's see. So I think you told me this before. Like, I got the internet in the background. Can you still see me moving around?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm new to the computer thing.
Sure.
I'm a computer rookie.
You still like your phone better?
I feel like I'm what?
You still like your phone better?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's way easier. Way easier.
Yeah. You miss the gooseneck?
I might have to bring out. No, I spent too much money on the laptop. I'm not. I gotta at least use it.
Yeah. So,
I do like the old gooseneck. Though.
yeah. What'd you just do?
I don't know. Said something. Said, see, this is what we're talking about. Can you hear me? I know.
Yeah.
Said something like, your device needs to restart. Oh, I don't need to do that right now, though, do I?
No.
Oh, okay. See,
No, you don't.
fuck that thing. Can you hear me the same? It said something, but my audio changed.
Yeah, like it did a weird static and yeah, but you're fine now.
Okay, cool. Well, anyways,
Mm.
looks like your boy fucking Scalia went to the thing last night.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Let's see.
What are you talking about?
Fight to win, the grappling
Mm.
thing.
Yeah, I know
there.
that. You know, you're just...
Well, I didn't know that. How would I have done that? I mean, I
No,
do
I'm
know that
saying-
now.
I'm okay. Never mind.
Go ahead, say that again.
I'm saying like you're talking like you're just talking to me. You're like the thing. Like
Oh,
you have to explain what the thing is.
that's true. No, the fight to win thing. Our boy Sean competed. He did not get the win. They lost a judge's decision, but the guy was being a bitch, refusing to engage. He was refusing to engage like the whole time. It was kind of lame. He was like, it was a 7-minute no-gi match, and probably 3 of those minutes was him just standing there, like touching his knees, like backing away, touching his knees, like backing away. But then with like a minute left, he passed and got like mount, and then Sean escaped the mount, and it ended in open guard. But really, the mount was the most dominant thing the whole match. So it was like a judge's decision kind of thing, which sucks. But
Do you like the rules of Fight to Win?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I like them. They have too many gi matches for me personally. They don't have as many as No, I think they have quite a bit. Yeah, I wish it was a no-gi only personally, but I guess it's nice to mix it up. But yeah, I like the rules. They allow slams and stuff, which is rare for jiu-jitsu matches. And I don't know how they do rules. I know the at least for the no-gi matches, they allow reaping and like heel hooks and shit, which is pretty cool. A lot of organizations don't, so that's nice. But big news for the jiu-jitsu community, Alex. Thanks for reminding me. IBJJF is next year. We'll be allowing knee reaping and heel hooks, brown belt and up for the no-gi, which is pretty giant. I don't know if you know this. A lot of schools don't even really teach heel hooks and shit because it's not like IBJJF is like the biggest, jiu-jitsu like organization. Like most competitions you're going to go to are going to follow those rule sets. So like you really only can heel hook in like big, well obviously MMA, and then like underground like fucking matches, or like big like ADCC shit like that, or super fights, stuff like that. But your typical match, like even like every tournament I went to, heel hooks have been illegal for all levels. But now with the IBJ, because in most tournaments follow the IBJJF, which if you didn't know, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation, they just follow that rule set. But if they're changing it to heel hooks legal, bro, we're about to start
For
seeing
brown belt and up.
brown belt and up. But no gi, there's no belts.
Oh.
You can just choose to sign up for the advanced division. You can fucking heel hook Aroonies all day long, which is nice. But anyway, sorry. I know you couldn't care less, but I thought it was important information.
Yeah, well, just seems weird that heel hooks are like this black sheep. Like, isn't the whole point like body chest? I feel like your legs are, half your body.
For sure. That's the really funny meme though, because a really funny meme a while back, because most leg lockers they pull the old Dean Lister comment, like, why would you ignore 50% of the body?
Like that's my comment now.
Right.
I don't even know who Dean Lister is. Smart guy.
but the like in the meme, the rebuttal was like, yeah, but you guys only focus on the legs.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, actually. Yeah.
They're basically ignoring the whole upper body.
Good point. They got you there.
Yeah, and then it was you actually made a meme. I seen that meme and I used that template, and you actually helped me find the template. It's the one where the guy's crying. He's like, "It's okay, King." Like,
yeah.
The stick figure, dude.
Yeah.
But
dude, speaking of memes though,
let's hear it.
We have to get on topic too.
We do have to get on topic,
dude.
But
after last night's fight, man, I think the best meme, the fast was damn it, what's her name?
MMA Storytime?
Yeah, man, that one with the Korean zombie and K-pop, or the K-pop fans like mourning. That was I LOL'd.
It's good. All their memes are good. They just meme so much. Like
I know, and they really do. Like even though there's a lot that I'm like, okay, they always have a handful that are I'm just like,
oh yeah, most of them are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, because they did one, and I went looking for it yesterday, and as I'm scrolling, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many memes did they make in the last like 10 hours? Like it's crazy. But I've seen one. So I think someone stole their I guess idea, but that's kind of the point. Um, it showed Britney Spears shaving her head, and
Yeah.
it said Brian Ortega trying to make weight is what it said.
Mm.
But then someone else, I think it's something sports science, something like that. I forget what it's called. It's a pretty decent page. Um, it had bald Britney Spears with a Red Bull and a cigarette, and it had a quote, and it said, "2020 has been hard on all of us." And then it titled the quote Brian Ortega, like it
Dude,
was him.
2020 looked pretty good for Brian Ortega.
Dude, bald Brian Ortega is very impressive. Brian Ortega turns out.
Dude, I feel like it was pretty shocking. I don't think anyone expected that.
I didn't expect his stand-up to look that good because
Mhm.
Zombie's stand-up is so good.
Yeah.
So I was very like, let's get this to the mat, buddy. Like let's do your
Yeah, me
thing.
too, because I bet for him to finish. So I was like, what the fuck?
Well, Zombie posted he doesn't even remember 3, 4, or 5.
Dude,
He
maybe
said
like half was fucked after that elbow.
he said after that elbow, he said he it fucked him up.
Mm.
I just seen him Instagram post. I don't remember around 3, 4, or 5. I have to go back and watch. He's like that elbow fucked him up. Do you remember like round 3? I think it was round 3 where he he like checked his head. He like
Yeah,
hit
he
his head a
kept doing
couple.
that.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I was like, that's
He's like, we still here? We still here?
yeah.
Weird. Weird, weird, weird. He ate some fucking shots though. He ate
Yeah.
some shots. But let's
We'll go in order.
well yeah, we're gonna go in a weird order though, so forgive me.
Well, we have to talk about friend of
We'll
the
sh-
show.
yeah, we'll start with Julian Robertson. Holy
Yeah.
shit, what a beatdown.
Got the dub.
What a beatdown, dude.
Yeah.
She fucked the Brazilian chick up bad.
Yeah, I know. I thought she was gonna finish her. I
I
saw
don't remember how to say her name, but it sounded really cool.
she sounded cool.
Poliano,
Yeah, because they
Botelho.
have that announcer this week or at Fight Island that like throws the spin on everyone.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He's the Mexican fella,
yeah,
but yeah, he does. Yeah, that chick was impressive coming in. She was 8-2. I said last week, which is pretty disrespectful to the friend of the podcast, but I did say that wasn't a bad underdog bet to
yeah. You
bet on.
did say that.
I know I did.
I remember now that you re-jogged me. How dare you?
I know. How dare I? I disrespect. But she was really impressive coming in. I was very surprised that she was such a big underdog. But as we saw the results, obviously it was for a reason because Julian Robertson just put the wood on her, just laid the wood on her.
Yeah,
It was bad. She said in the post fight interview she was disappointed because she didn't get to finish. I think she's finished every one of her wins. That's kind of why she was upset. I think that was the first decision win.
it's okay.
But I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. I mean, she fucked her up
She'll go home. Smoke a blunt. Should be cool.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then this next fight was a very controversial decision. I'm not even going to try to say either of those guys' names.
Wasn't that the one that won Fight of the Night?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't give Ortega a zombie fight of the night, but
Because it's not really. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I thought it was a great fight.
Well, they give like 3 fights of the night, so
Oh,
they
I
would
guess
give
that's
like
true.
they would
Maybe
give, like,
because the zombie fight
alternate-
was so one-sided.
yeah,
Maybe that's
like
why.
I would give Brian Ortega performance of the night.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, it was a very controversial decision. Even the guy who won said I didn't win that fight. He used the old Khabib line. This is number one bullshit, which is pretty funny. I think this guy Eddie's really big on. Speaking of Eddie, he'll be joining us in like 15 minutes. I think this is the guy Eddie's really big on. I think I could be wrong because I think this guy is Jordanian, or no, the Jordanian guy. Who's big on? No, I think it's Thomas big on the
Yeah,
Jordanian
Tom and his
guys.
girlfriend's from there.
Tom's girlfriend's from that's right. Damn, Eddie sent me a name sometime this week and was like, "Give this guy a follow. Like he might be the next big thing." I don't remember if it was this guy or not. Maybe I'll ask Eddie. But anyways, yeah, controversial decision. think there was a couple of those tonight. Because Kimberly was watching with me, and she reminded me that there was another one where who was it? Maybe it was I think it was before Park Young. So Ziam and McClure, I guess. Yeah, I think that was a controversial one. They're very similar in strikes, and Malarkey kept getting takedowns, so he seemed surprised he lost for sure. Anyways, that was a good fight though. That prelim headliner between Gamrot and Cuddly. Sorry you had to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it wasn't very close, but I tried. And then Jonathan Martinez was really good. If you don't have anything to say there, I'll jump right into the James Krause one.
Okay, go ahead. Jump in. Jump away.
What a stud, James Krause. What a stud. I got some respect for Mr. James Krause, sir.
You respect him?
I do. I respect him a lot for last night. He's such a short-nosed guy. Someone was saying, keep rubbing my eyeball to death. I don't know what's in my eye. Someone was saying, I think it was Michael Chiesa after the show, was saying how he thinks James Krause is a top 10 dude, but he's so invested in coaching because he coaches so many people. He's so invested in coaching that he only jumps in these like 2-day notice fights in all kinds of different weight classes. But he really is focused on coaching. He doesn't really do a fight camp. But I think it was Michael Chiesa was saying if he did, like he could be top 10 dude.
Dude, he's got beef right now with Jaquan Buckley, the guy that KO'd.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kanasaway.
Yeah, the guy with the crazy kick.
Yeah, they're having some Twitter beef. He said,
Are
dude,
they?
he called him a shitbox and that
That's
he's a clown. This is what from James. I don't know
well,
what.
I don't know what happened, but that's not a very nice thing to say.
Yeah. All right. They fight.
There must be a reason behind it.
Something about.
I think I saw that. I think it was not after last night though. I think it was after the KO, right? Maybe it was something he did or said.
Yeah, he said like. Oh, he said I give myself knockout of the year. Oh, dude, but his favorite knockout is Dan Henderson with the H-bomb over Michael Bisping. That's my favorite knockout.
Is that really your favorite knockout? That's a good knockout. I don't know.
The reason why I like it, I don't know. It has like sentimental value to me because it was the first time I was like, "Holy shit, this sport's really cool."
It's a super great knockout, and obviously, if it has that sentimental value, I don't know if I have a favorite knockout. I don't know if I have one. I guess I don't know. I guess Masvidal's knee is up there. I don't know. That's a good knockout though. Bisping put up a poll on Twitter. He was talking about on his podcast after the Buckley knockout. You with me?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading.
No, you're good. I know. Sometimes you struggle multitasking. It just looked like you're reading.
Wins his fight. I might need to fight him since he had some things to say on Instagram.
There you go. That's the fight to make.
Okay, cool. That'll be good.
Match make it. Let's
James
do it.
Krause, man, because I think Jaquin just had a crazy ass lucky knockout.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it was awesome. But...
Yeah, but that doesn't. Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah.
No, I was saying was after that crazy knockout, Michael Bisping put up a poll and is asking best knockout of all time, and he put Henderson knocking himself out in the poll, and then I remember on the podcast, Luis J. Gomez was saying something about it, like that was like I'm glad you put that up there, something like that, and he goes, He goes, dude, if I didn't, the trolls would
Oh,
all I would have seen in the comments is gifs of me getting knocked out.
I mean, definitely he's aware. He can't not deny that's a very memorable. That's like super memorable in UFC history.
Oh yeah, I think it was widely considered the best UFC knockout for quite a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have other business news though.
What's up?
Does the missus still follow you now?
Yeah.
That was new. That's new.
That is new. Yeah,
So we
Mrs.
have Michael
Rebecca
Bisping,
Biscuit,
other half,
the other half.
now a fan of Driver MMA.
She's a fan. She likes some of my pictures.
She
I mean, to be
likes
fair,
photos. She's
well,
double tapped some memes.
yeah. Well, it's usually ones about their show. Yeah, it became after the first time I did it, and it got her attention, and it got Mike Harrington, they're one of their podcast producers' attention. I was like, I'm just gonna start making Believe You Me memes after each episode. And after I made like a couple, then Rebecca Bisping followed me. She always likes them. Some of them are centered around her though. She's become a fun addition to the show. Like the most recent one I made, like they tell a story they were rock climbing, and then how when you're when you're at the top, you're supposed to the person on the bottom is holding your safety rope, and how you're supposed to like slowly feed it to let them down, or they can't get down. And she couldn't figure out how to do it, and Michael was trying to tell her how, and she just let it go, and he fell 15 feet on his back.
Jeez,
So he was like,
not fighting anymore.
so the joke was that she was trying to kill him. So I put the guru from Despicable Me holding the gun, and it said what Michael Bisping sees when he looks down from rock climbing, and it was her smiling, pointing the gun at him. So yeah, she got a kick out of that one. What's the other one I made? I made my favorite one I made was really funny. It was when they were talking about Tyron Woodley's physique, and they were comparing it to Colby Covington. It was right before they fought. No, it was after they fought. No, I guess it doesn't matter. But they're like, who has a better physique? Like, who would you bang? Basically, is what they're telling her. And then she was saying how like Tyron Woodley's butt's too big or something like that, and how she's not into it, and how Colby he does a giant butt for sure he does, and about how Colby's like thinner and leaner. She's like, yeah, I guess I'd pick him, whatever. So I put like a fake quote up. It was like her like in a beach thing going on, and I put like a quote that said I would totally bang Colby Covington. Quoted Rebecca.
That confused me. I was like, what?
Yeah, you got for reference, just listen to the Believe in Me podcast. Yeah. Highly encouraged. You would love it. It's hilarious. It's way more comedy than it is fight talk. It's just hilarious. Those two are hilarious together. Speaking of podcasts.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Bobby Lee?
I don't like Bobby Lee.
Oh man, dude, Michael Bisping was on there like a week ago. It was fucking hilarious.
Bobby Lee, I've listened to him at other shows, and it makes me not want to listen to him. Like when he's a guest on the podcast, I do listen to him. I was like,
I would highly recommend his most recent podcast with Michael Bisping. Very,
I'll give him
very,
a chance.
Very funny.
What's it called? Like something Dragon?
Tiger Belly.
Tiger Belly, damn it. Yeah,
It's a little, so I'm not going to sell you on the show. I've never heard I only listened to that one podcast because Bisping was on there, and I was cracking up. It was very funny. Think you'd enjoy it. Okay, so next fight. Enough fucking around. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, Jimmy recruited somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought it was interesting that Jimmy Crute got the prospect, and then he just fucked him. I mean, that guy looked so timid from the beginning. I was like,
yeah, I mean, I don't think that's. They were saying how that's like disrespectful, but Jimmy Crute, he's not like in the top 5.
Yeah,
I think it's a reasonable matchup.
Is he ranked though? I don't think so.
I don't think so. He probably will be.
I
think he should be, for sure.
Yeah,
he should be top 10. Light heavyweight isn't that stacked. You say it's terrible. I don't know if it's terrible. It's not that great. It's not that great. Yeah, he could be top 10.
I mean, he's only had like 4 UFC bouts, so I mean, you don't get
That's
ranked
true.
after 4 fights.
Yeah, I think he'll be ranked now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he'll be ranked.
Then
impressive knockout though.
Very impressive knockout. He's an impressive guy though. He's kind of a physical specimen.
Yeah.
Like you look at that guy and you're like, you made 205?
Yeah.
He's tall. He's jacked. So what the fuck? Jessica Andrade.
Jeez, man.
So if you remember what I said whoever was the underdog was a good bet here, because I thought it was a close fight, and then again, it did kind of end in a freak thing. Not freak like to take anything away from Andrade, because she definitely hit Chukagian in the body and hurt her.
And then did it again. The follow-up was pretty, like, spot on.
She's just so strong. She might be the strongest
female. Dude, it was so weird, though. Like, she didn't do that at all against Rose. So, like, it was so surprising to me to see her, like, just fucking ragdoll Chukagian.
Yeah. Well, Rose is really good, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But she, this was Andrade's first fight at 125.
Yeah, so going up.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for her.
Yeah.
She's just a very strong, pretty jacked woman. Like, she probably was killing herself to make 115.
Yeah, I know. And she's probably like, now she can like actually lift a little bit, like stay fucking strong. Dude, like when she picked up and slammed her, I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, well, she's always been like the strongest girl in the room. You know what I mean? When she won the belt by slamming Rose on her head, knocking her out. But yeah, I thought whoever the underdog was a good bet. Honestly, I think I said that on the show, and I would have put money on Andrade had she been the underdog, because I didn't really know who to pick for this fight.
Yeah, and there's a dog. You know, make them.
And there's a dog. Yeah, but obviously it wasn't worth it because Andrade was a favorite, and she came out looking good. I thought Chukagian would have done better, as crazy as it sounds, had she been on her back. Like that high guard she was playing for a little bit was looking like dangerous. She was looking like she was looking for arm bars and shit from that really high guard. And she's a John Danaher brown belt, which is like pretty fucking impressive for anyone. No, that's no regular brown belt. If you remember, she kind of tooled Antonina Shevchenko on the ground her last fight. That was another one. I was like, I can't remember. I was like, this is a throwback for a while ago, Alex, but I was like, I can't believe that Antonia Shevchenko is such a big favorite here, because I think Chukagian wins this. And then Chukagian dominated her.
Yes,
like dominated her.
He was like a heavy favorite.
Heavy favorite, yeah. And I was like, this is weird, because I don't like this matchup. I thought Chukagian would. And Chukagian just kind of just destroyed her. Just kind of took her down and beat her up.
Yeah, dude. So I broke my rule: don't bet on women's MMA, and I did it again, and I lost again. So you know,
it fucked me up too.
Reestablishing it.
Fucked me up too. So let's get into this. Let's just get into the main event with Eddie. So if I don't know, can you just? I guess I can.
Yeah, I actually do want to talk to Eddie about it, because Eddie's a striking coach. Like,
yes,
this is definitely
perfect. We'll get into the main event with him. So that link you sent me, I can just send him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let me copy this.
You off today?
On Sunday?
Yeah.
I don't work on weekends ever, buddy.
I don't know. Maybe Concrete, never sleeps. What if there's it's because the plant isn't open, right?
Oh, yeah. Monday through Friday, sir.
What if there's a concrete emergency?
I mean, we pour on Saturdays sometimes, but it's usually like volunteers only. It's usually like one big job. But they pay like a
time and a half.
Yeah, for Saturdays, yeah.
God,
also, if you want us to open on Saturdays. You put in like a you got to pay like a hefty fee because you're opening the plant for one job, basically.
Okay, so it is possible if you have like an emergency.
Yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible. The other big company around here, Cal Portland, they work every Saturday. That's why we're better.
You're better to work for, but are you a better company?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really care.
Have you washed your truck?
Have I do what?
Have you washed your truck lately?
No, I can't imagine what it's gonna look like when I get back because I'm sure motherfuckers have been driving it.
Oh, you don't have your set rig, eh?
Oh, I always do, yeah. But when you're not there, like if something's, if someone's truck needs to go to the shop or something, they just throw you in someone else's truck who's not there. You know what I mean?
Have you been on vacation?
Yeah, all week last week.
I didn't know that.
I didn't do anything. You're looking at what I've been doing.
You did a staycation?
Yeah, I did a staycation, but I got to train every morning, which is really nice.
Why did you take a vacation? Just because you had time?
I had to, use it or lose it, man. I had a whole week.
Oh, and you were like, see ya.
Yeah, basically. Oh, yeah. Well, they were encouraging me to use it as soon as possible because they didn't want everyone, because there's still quite a bit of people need to take it, and the end of the year's coming up. They didn't want everyone off at the same time.
Yeah, I guess COVID kind of screws a lot of work, like, because no one's taking, like, real vacations. So jobs have to be like, oh, you guys got to, like, figure out a week you want to stay home.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people hadn't used vacation, and, there's only a couple months left of the year. So they didn't really want everyone to put in for the same time. And if you don't use, I get 2 weeks every year. I think after next year.
He's here.
Hey, he's here? Let's let him in.
How's it going,
What's up,
man?
Alex? Not bad, Alex. Not bad. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Gage had to go get more coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's legit.
Early here.
That's legit, buddy.
Yeah.
I had mine this morning too, so it was a pretty strong coffee.
What time is like the UFC events for you? Like last night's event.
Usually it's the main event usually starts around 5 a.m. over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of making it through the night, I usually set my alarm for 5 a.m. Get up and watch the main event, and the prelims I usually watch afterwards, Alex.
Oh, okay.
That's the way it goes down here.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's obviously easier, right?
Yeah, but I know. I guess this pay-per-view, the upcoming one, they're having it at 2 our time. So I guess for you, I assume that's more convenient.
Yeah, it is a little more human for sure. Yeah, true. Hey, Gage, what's up, buddy?
My main man, Eddie. How you doing, buddy?
You do? Not too bad. Did you hit like the freaking fitness room or something? You seem bulked.
Oh no, I've been hitting the kitchen room, my friend.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. We're just talking about the upcoming event around. Since it's in Arabia, we don't have that much time of difference, of course. But you guys obviously do, right? So
yeah.
From what? From the Fight Island fights?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'll be at 2 p.m. instead of.
It'll be 2 p.m. The main card starts at 2 for Alex. It starts at 11 a.m. for me.
Okay.
Which is fine, but I won't be drinking, unfortunately.
That sucks for that. They got that, yeah. Because then the reason I think they kick it out is because for U.S. viewers, college football is in the afternoon, so that's why they like to do UFC at night, so they can keep that base. But yeah, I guess this week. But we were just talking. We didn't actually talk about the main event last night.
Okay.
Said I guess for you this morning you watched Brian Ortega.
Oh, I did. Yes, of course.
So as a striking coach, I'm sure you were very intrigued, and we were just curious of your insight of like. Looks like he did almost a 180 from what his striking was to what he is now. I mean, being able to stand up with the Korean Zombie and
true. Yeah. Well, did you guys give your opinion on this already or not?
No.
We haven't talked about.
You guys want to go first?
Well, you're the striking guy here. I was impressed. What surprised me was how I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie. I don't remember Ortega ever been like a switch stance guy, and he fought basically the whole fight last night in southpaw and was good. I don't think he's ever stood southpaw before, to my knowledge.
Not as far as I remember, no.
No, but he looked good.
Yeah, he did not too bad at all. I mean, I couldn't understand why the Korean Zombie couldn't get into him, because he was usually firing only single shots only, right? It was a single kick, it was a single punch. He didn't make it a combo. And I don't mean like burger and fries by combo. So he wasn't combining at all, and still Korean Zombie didn't manage to get inside. I have no idea why. He popped his jab properly. That was good, of course. But why don't you follow up with another hand or with another kick or something? Could have done much more damage.
Yeah.
From my point of view. And Korean Zombie should have maybe, he had a wide stance. I mean, Brian Ortega was standing like pretty wide, right, with his stance. So he could have attacked the front lead leg, of course, Korean Zombie, but I'm not quite sure if he was like the kicker in his past career. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't have too much focus on that guy.
I don't think he's much of a kicker. I was wondering.
A volume striker, probably, right?
Usually, yeah, and a pretty hard hitter too. But I was wondering if maybe the switch stance like screwed up his game plan for whatever reason. Because I think when the bout first started, I'm pretty sure he attacked Ortega's left leg a couple times before Ortega switched, and then it seemed like he abandoned on the leg kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for my taste, I usually like to fight southpaws instead of like orthodox stance. That's my opinion, because you can slip much better on the left side. You can come up back up with a freaking with a counter shot yourself. It's much easier to slip on the left side as on the right side as an orthodox stance. So okay. That's all. I would love to prefer to have someone who is standing southpaw in front of me. So it's a little weird, true.
Oh, you're saying you prefer to fight a southpaw? For
sure. So if an orthodox guy switches to southpaw, I would love to have that.
Well, doesn't it open up your straight right as well?
Mine or him?
Yours. Because isn't he kind of facing you, or no? Maybe like a right high kick or something.
No, it's actually exactly the opposite way. If I go right side as an orthodox stance, if I go right side. Okay, I have to push on the right side away to slip away from the jab or something. Okay, if I get past that jab, of course I'm cool. Okay, but usually he just has to turn a little more, and so he's got you again on the left side here. So I prefer to slip on the left side. It's much easier because my lead leg is on the left side. So if I slip, I'm out. That's no problem at all. Whereas if I go right side, okay, then I have to make a step. I have to make a step on the right side to get out. That's much more complicated from my point of view. But to each their own, I guess.
When you train your strikers, because let's say for whatever reason, last night Ortega fighting southpaw just fuck Zombie's game plan up. Let's say your guys are fighting an orthodox fighter in 6 weeks. Do you train them? Do you train them against orthodox and southpaw guys in case they do switch?
No. I usually go very specific on the fight preps for knowing the opponent, of course. If he's a southpaw, I say, you know what, circle fucking left. Whatever happens, you circle left. Okay? If I have an orthodox guy, I say, and if he has like a looping overhand right or something, I say circle fucking right. Whatever it takes. So if I see that guy changing the stance because he's somehow not very familiar with getting those calf kicks maybe on the front leg and switches his stance, then I say, you know what, go left side. As soon as I see that, I usually give the change to the other guy. So that's what I don't understand, but that sometimes the coaches, well, I'm not a UFC coach, of course, talk is cheap, as they say, right? So we are just contemplating here on professional fighters. So,
but from your perspective, you think if your opponent switches stances during your fight, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. You should be able to adapt. Okay.
Not at all. Just like Jose Aldo versus Jan Peter. You remember that fight where we actually talked about as well?
Yes.
As you're hitting those fucking leg kicks. So why don't you use the same leg kicks to attack the inside of the other leg?
We did talk about that. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
So.
I've always thought, yeah, we did talk about that. I was thinking, for whatever reason, I was thinking the calf kicks. I was thinking you don't want to throw those inside because you're just hitting shin, right? Whereas if you hit a calf kick outside, you're hitting all meat, right?
It doesn't matter, buddy. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Of course, it hurts a little more, but it doesn't matter. I mean, of course, everyone has their sweet side, right? So, like when you are rolling or something, you probably go for a Kimura from the right side or something, or I don't know, hit the triangle with the right leg leading or something, you know?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You know, okay. So as soon as you go left side, okay, which is not your good side, to be honest, you won't be able to probably get that submission or something, you know, because
Sure.
Okay. So the same with this. If I see a guy changing his stance, if he is usually a lefty and goes righty, okay, then he is in a stance he is not comfortable actually in. So that gives me more reason to fucking attack this guy.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a good point about having.
That's a good point about having a good side too, especially in jiu-jitsu. We all have a strong side, you know.
Exactly.
Like, you know, when you're drilling, you're always encouraged to switch sides, but you don't really want to. Like, I just want to keep doing everything on. I want to keep doing everything on my good side.
That's why you have a cauliflower on the left side.
I got a little bit, yeah. little spot.
What do you guys say, Alex? What do you guys say?
So I think that shot in the end of the second round, the elbow,
spinning elbow, yeah, that was a nice one.
Well, like, you know, Zombie says he can't remember the next 3 rounds, so I don't know if that just, like, you know, that one shot just stuck with him the rest of the whole way, because it just seemed like he was winning the second round until that happened, and then it just was just all. So I don't know if that really threw him off so much that, like, he kind of went into just, like, throw one shot mode, and, like, all the game plan went out the window, and he couldn't really think of what he wanted to do next. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because obviously Ortega, we never seen striking from him like that. But I'd be interested to see if he does that against another opponent, or if that elbow is really just completely threw off Zombie for the rest of the fight.
Well, he's going to get the champ next for sure. Dana White already said so.
Is that so? That?
Yeah, Dana said the winner of this fight gets Volkanovski. Volkanovski tweeted about it too. So that's a fun matchup. What do you think? How do you think that plays out? Volkanovski, who's, you know, he's a much shorter man, you know, primarily a striker. How do you think Ortega fares against him?
Well, I don't think he is going to have a striking exchange with Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski is a little better, has the edge on the striking from my point of view.
Sure.
But again, then Ortega on the ground, like with the takedowns and stuff, is of course a little more threat to Volkanovski from my point of view. So I'm not quite sure, to be honest. If he keeps the fight on the toe-to-toe on the stand-up, Volkanovski will take the edge. But if he's not able to take him down, then if Ortega is going to take down Volkanovski, then I think it's going to go Ortega's way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Quite a bit. Ortega's a problem on the ground for anybody. His ground game was pretty scary.
Yeah, but he couldn't hold down the Korean Zombie on the ground somehow, right? He managed to get up every time.
It did seem like that. Ortega's really made a name for himself from the bottom, really. You know, a lot of bottoms, you know, triangles, guillotines, stuff like that. I'm sure his top game's good. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Zombie's just really explosive. And
he wasn't able to really he only took him down that one time after he rocked him.
The
other times he couldn't finish the takedown.
That's another thing I wanted to ask Eddie. From my perspective, it seemed like he was faking him out. He was tricking him. I think he would grab a single leg, just waiting for Zombie to defend, and then come up with a big shot to try to put him out.
Yeah. That was what he was setting up actually all the time, right? He was touching his knee a couple of times, 3-4 times, and then the elbow was also that kind of same of movement pattern from my point of view. Now, just like John Jones used to do it, if you remember on the cage, he was like grabbing to the leg and then spinning back the elbow as well. So it was some sort of preparation for him too, I think.
Yeah, it was. It seemed like even when he would pick up the single leg, it seemed like as soon as he was waiting for as soon as Zombie's hands would go down to defend, he would come up with a big shot.
Yeah.
I think he felt comfortable. I mean, he was winning the fight on the feet. You know, I don't think I think if he really had a sense of urgency, then he would be really looking to take it down. But I think he was comfortable. He said in his post fight, I wanted to show all my weapons. You know, everyone really knows him as a grappler. He said, I wanted to show that I'm a complete guy, and you know, I think he looked good. I don't like him without any hair, but
looks weird, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Very weird. Looks very weird.
But I guess it was for a good cause, right? So it's okay though.
Yeah, that's what he said. What he said.
Did you give it to like Locks of Love or something?
Yeah, he did. But you know, listen, maybe I'm a cynical guy. I think he's had a hard time with the weight cut, and he got desperate.
Possible.
He got desperate. All right, Eddie, we got to talk about next week.
So it's already here.
What's that?
I can't believe it's already like
I know
next week.
It came quick.
Waiting on the doorstep for sure. Long-awaited matchup though, right? So.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I was so bummed out when we didn't get when I knew we weren't getting Tony versus Khabib, but I think I might be more excited for this matchup.
Yeah. Well, it's from my perspective, it might be a better matchup for Khabib than to fight against Gaethje than instead of fighting against Tony. I think we talked about this as well. Khabib never actually really faced a proper guy from the back who is comfortable lying on his back and attacking.
Yeah.
He's shooting all kinds of attacks from the ground. Whereas he fought some wrestlers too, like Ale Quenta, was it?
Mm-hmm.
The guy from New York, right?
Yeah, he's a pretty good wrestler.
He is a pretty good wrestler too. Yeah, I looked him up actually yesterday just to do my homework as well. So he was like doing collegiate wrestling and university wrestling as well. And I think he's not much of a difference to Justin Gaethje from his background.
Okay. I don't think he's as decorated. I think Gaethje's an All-American.
Yeah, he went all through. He went all through with his with wrestling career, of course, Gaethje. But let's say he's got like 70% of what Gaethje has. Let's put it that way. Okay. And I'm not quite sure if that's going to be enough for Gaethje to prevent the top pressure from Khabib if he gets him down.
No, I agree. I think he needs to stay up on his feet. I don't think his wrestling background is going to help him if he gets taken down. But what's so interesting is that the Tony matchup was so fun because that's a guy on the ground that gives you problems, right? From his back. Whereas Gaethje's really the opposite. Gaethje's the guy. Well, besides Conor, I guess, is the guy who presents the most trouble for Khabib on the feet. Because he knocks everyone out. Really, it was amazing that I think that Tony Ferguson lasted as long as he did because he was cracking Tony.
True.
So, I'm assuming you're favoring Khabib here. I mean, it's hard not to.
Well, I am because he is actually pretty good in avoiding punches, as you may have noticed, guys, over his career. Also with Dustin Poirier. As soon as he notices, that he's not able to cope up in the stand-up game, he is usually switching on to a very quick takedown.
Yeah, because I think Dustin hurt him with one shot, didn't he? A little wobbly, and then Khabib was like, "No, fuck this stand-up shit."
Exactly, yeah. And then he knows when to do the transition very quickly, actually. So he understands the risks there, what is happening, and then switching very quick to the takedown. The only problem here is that I actually read some stuff about Justin Gaethje too that, I don't know, probably you guys know better, Alex or Gage. There's this freestyle wrestling, also folk style wrestling, whatever the difference here is.
The folk style is what we do here in the U.S. It's like Alex and I both wrestled folk style. So
what's the difference then? Tell me, please.
On a freestyle, you get points if you push him out of the ring, shit like that.
Can you clasp hands in one of them?
Maybe you can lock hands on
top. Our style, you can't lock hands ever.
In the top position. You can.
Okay, and then Justin Gaethje was commenting about him being a folk style guy that basically if he gets taken down, there is no way that you can keep him down on the ground. He's going to get up.
Yeah, I think freestyle, if you just don't get pinned for 30 seconds, I think you get stood right back up. I think now.
So that means you're more likely to stay on the ground.
But folk style, you have to get up. folk style
Okay,
you
I
have to
understand.
get back up.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's part of
freestyle
the
you.
game. I don't think freestyle has like the in wrestling how you have like the point system to like get up and like that's literally part of how you
and folk style you're awarded a point if you get up. And
Okay.
freestyle, I think they just let you up if you don't get pinned. I could be wrong, but I think you can just stay on bottom and be comfortable because you'll get let back up. I think. Folk style, you have to get up.
So the urgence of standing up in folk style is much higher than the one freestyle wrestling, as far as I understand, right?
Yeah, if you don't get up, you don't win. You won't win.
Okay, so that was what was Justin Gaethje was talking about. That he is basically a folk style guy that he won't lay on the ground, just like the other guys he fought actually. So he's gonna probably get up, and Khabib won't be able to stop him getting up. That's what he said. So let's see what happens. So I'm not quite sure.
I'm really interested because we've always heard like if Khabib put Khabib in America. And, he's an 18-year-old kid. The argument is Khabib would have been like a 4-time national champion, collegiate wrestler here. That's how good his wrestling is. Like that's what the myth, the kind of like overall kind of like mythical thing about how good he is at wrestling.
Well, I'm not quite sure about that one.
Yeah,
but he has a very specific style of actually keeping someone down, right, at the cage.
Yeah.
Alex.
So I'm really interested to see if he's able to, do that, cross Justin Gaethje's ankles. If I see that one time, then I know the fight's over. If he's able to do that.
True.
What I'll tell you what interests me is that so we always hear all these stories about Khabib's wrestling, which is true, we all do. But even in all the crazy training room footage I've seen, he always uses the wall. He does the same in the cage, right? He uses that cage as a tool to get the takedown. He doesn't wrestle very often in the open, which is how U.S. wrestling is, or I think probably all wrestling. But I mean, how good is he without the wall? I'm sure he's very, very, very good. But but how good? I mean, I would say Eddie, help me out here if I'm wrong. I would say, I don't know, 95% of his takedowns are against the cage.
Most definitely, for sure, of course.
So
that's what I'm saying. He has a very specific style of wrestling. Okay, I mean, I don't think he's gonna survive on the mat against some UFC fighters if they would do a freestyle wrestling matchup. I don't think he would be able to survive. He would probably lose. But in the cage, he is using the direction or the momentum of the fight in his favor by steering the guy who is in front of him seriously towards the cage, and then just at the right moment he shoots in, gets in the cage, and then leans him into the cage, and then uses a lot of forward pressure to keep him there for sure. Yeah. I mean, the fun fact is that we actually 2 weeks ago we simulated the Alex, which you have mentioned, with the sliding over the knees on the cage. Okay, which is actually a pretty cool situation. Okay, he slides over the knees. He doesn't use his hands initially. Okay, he first of all tries to maintain the position by sliding over his knees and pushes forward with his head. If you guys remember when he fought against Conor McGregor, he did the same thing, and McGregor didn't lean left or right side, because if you do so, he starts grabbing your arms, putting them away, and leaning on the ground, and then he starts ground and pounding. McGregor didn't do that in the second round. He was just sitting there, not doing anything, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
Right? And Khabib couldn't do a lot of damage too in the second round. Okay? As soon as Conor McGregor started leaning on the one side, okay, he grabs over the back, grabs with this hand over here, pulls it away, and then
the old Dagestani handcuffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he, as you said, Alex, if he's able to slide over those knees, okay, once he's taken him down, I don't think there's an option for Justin Gaethje anymore.
Yeah.
For sure. Survive to the next round.
Do we know what size the octagon is?
It'll be full size.
It'll be okay. It won't be the
I think it's a full size. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is nice. I don't know if anyone beats Khabib in the little octagon.
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
Well, it was interesting because when we talked to UFC lightweight Frank Camacho, he was saying, which is crazy because he said he picks Justin Gaethje to win, but he said, I think if Khabib takes you down, you stay down.
Yeah.
So he thinks Gaethje's, if he gets taken down, that round's over. We'll just have to wait till the next one starts, and then when we're back on the feet.
For sure.
And then he told us that story about his cardio where it was just like him wrestling 15 dudes in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. I remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he always has a good gas tank. This is interesting because I'm just going on a whim. I'm taking Gaethje. I'm taking Gaethje in the upset. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna bet. I think I might take Gaethje in the first round. The only way I see him winning really is if he just catches Khabib before he decides to wrestle. But I mean, yeah. As soon as Khabib gets hurt, he needs to go for it.
I mean, Gaethje.
Well, I think he's not gonna even wait so long. To be honest, he's gonna do a couple of shots probably in the stand-up, just to imitate that he's basically standing trade with Gaethje, and then he's probably gonna go down.
Do you think, Eddie? Do you think those Gaethje? We all know packs some powerful leg kicks. Do you think? Because he seems convinced he's gonna crack Khabib 3 or 4 times with those leg kicks, and then he thinks he won't be the same wrestler. He thinks the whole thing will change. He won't be able to get the looks he's looking to get what he's looking for in the wrestling department, and he thinks he'll own him after that. Do you think Khabib will just take him and proceed as usual and it won't affect him, or do you think that those leg kicks will really give Khabib problems?
Well, the first thing is I'm not quite sure if I don't remember necessarily if Justin Gaethje actually throws like calf kicks like Adesanya calf kicks. Yeah. I don't think he's throwing long calf kicks. He's usually staying in range and then hooking up and then basically following up with a leg kick or something, right? So he's throwing them short. Okay.
Yeah,
inside
I think you're right.
Or outside, he's throwing them short. So I don't think he's gonna use a lot of distance to hit those calf kicks on Khabib. And even if he hits him, I'm not quite sure if it's since Khabib is not a stand-up guy. Okay. Is he going to prevent him seriously from doing a single a leg drop, single leg takedown or something? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. I'm interested to see though.
I'm excited to see. Yeah. But
very, very interested as well. So let's see what happens, man.
So let's make some predictions.
But maybe you guys want to go do a private bet on this one.
No, I have a private bet. I have a private bet with.
Yeah, he already has one.
I have a $50 straight up bet with my cousin Travis, who I won my private bet on Adesanya Costas. So
okay. So Alex, what about you, Alex?
I mean, I would feel fine betting on Khabib.
On Khabib,
especially if it's a straight bet and I don't have to even lose money on the odds. So. Yeah, I would take that for sure. We'll see if Gage is willing to throw more money, but
no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Listen, Khabib should be the favorite. I mean, he's really showed no weakness. So I'm going off for the crazy upset. I mean, if Khabib wins, it's not going to shock anybody. You know what I mean? But if Gaethje wins, it's going to shock the world.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty interested because, as I said, I mean. Khabib fought Ale Quinta before. I don't know, when was this? 2018, 2019? It was like 2 years ago.
18, I think. Yeah.
Where they actually said he could be the only one who could cause him a threat or something at the beginning of the fight, right? He was replaced by, I don't know, who fell out from the fight card?
It was supposed to be Max Holloway.
Exactly, yeah. So he fell down short on the fight card, and then he replaced him basically by Ale Quinta. So they told him, okay.
It was a weird situation because there was a title fight, and then Max had a hard time making the weight, and it was okay. So it was supposed to be Tony, I think, first, and then Max hopped in. I could be butchering the Tony part, but then Max couldn't make the weight, which is crazy because he usually fights 145, but he cuts quite a bit. And so then they threw Ali Quinta in there out of nowhere because he was the only person who took the fight. So Ali Quinta is fighting for the UFC lightweight championship out of nowhere. Most people don't even know who this guy is. So it was kind of a weird. Like if he would have won, it would have been weird. It would have been the strangest UFC champion we've ever had.
Indeed.
Yeah. So who's this guy and why is he the champion?
But he was nowhere near of winning that fight, man. Of course, it went a little more even than the other fights of Khabib. since he was a wrestler, he didn't mind to be taken down. I mean, I'm talking about Ale Quinta, but still, he took him down at will, actually. So it was also still a one-sided matchup from my point of view.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Justin Gaethje is much 100% better or 200% better than Ale Quinta in terms of wrestling. I doubt that. So
there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. I'm excited. I'm a big fan of Khabib's. I really am. I think he's great for the sport. I think he's good, like, role model character. Obviously fun to watch. I want the upset. I want the world to be shocked. I do. Because then I want to see Gaethje versus Conor McGregor. That's what I want. That's a fun fight.
Nah, I wouldn't give that matchup to Conor, man. He should fucking earn his title shot again. He's always taking
He's fighting Dustin. He's fighting Dustin. That's reasonable.
Yeah, but still, he should do a little more fights. Everyone else has to take fucking 10 fights to get a fucking title shot, and this guy just talks his way into this fucking title shots. I don't like that.
You're right. 100%. I just mean style-wise, Gaethje versus Conor is a fun fight.
For sure. For sure.
It looks like we got 8 minutes left before it kicks us out of here. Alex, you seeing that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good. We got 8. We got 8. Can you see that, Eddie, or no?
No, I don't see that timer. Where is that timer?
It says remaining meeting time, 8 minutes, 20 seconds. It's very strange. I think Zoom only allows us to go so long.
Let's get a UN resolution to extend the period here.
Yeah. That we usually wrap it up close to here anyways.
Okay.
Let me look at the rest of the card real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about Robert Whittaker versus Jared Cannonier real quick. We only got 8 minutes, so let's knock this out. The co-main event. I don't know. Cannonier he's an interesting cat. We used to fight at heavyweight and then came down to light heavyweight and now come down to middleweight.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And he didn't look crazy at heavy. He didn't look like he looks pretty good at heavyweight and light heavyweight as far as physique goes. I thought he looked pretty good. He didn't just chop a gut off and make weight. But he knocked out, who did he knock out? Jack Hermanson? Is that what happened? Yeah. And then that kind of made him like the dark horse now at 185. Do you have a prediction on that fight or anything, Eddie?
Not necessarily, because I'm not quite sure if Robert Whittaker will be the old one again, since he is also dealing with psychological problems. Is that correct, Alex?
So Cannonier is actually 36.
No. I mean, Whittaker. He had some issues, some psychological issues, as far as I remember.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So I'm not quite sure if he's stable enough to get back from the last loss.
He wanted to. What do you want to do? Yeah, I think he wanted to take some time off.
He beat Darren Till.
He beat Till, yeah.
And then, that was in July.
Yeah.
It was a good fight.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
But once you've been cracked up in the fucking psychos department here, I'm not quite sure if you're able to get back to the peak you have been before. So.
Yeah, I think should be a really good fight then. They're both strikers.
Yeah.
I hope Cannonier gets it, because Dana White's saying the winner of this gets Adesanya, and I don't want to see Whittaker versus Adesanya again. I'd like to see Adesanya versus someone like Cannonier.
Yeah. Then again, I'm checking also the fights here, which he has done. Jack Hermanson, as you said, the fight before Anderson Silva wasn't necessarily of a proper matchup from my point of view. He lost against Dominic Reyes, Jan Blachowicz. Again, about all the big guns, he usually lost, as far as I can see here.
Yeah.
Alex, correct me if I'm wrong.
Different weight class, though, right? That was at 205.
True. Of course. Yeah.
Let's put it like this. We'll end it on this question because it says we only got 5 minutes now. Who's the man to beat Adesanya, or do you think he'll be champ for a while? Because I've said it before. I think he'll be champ for quite a while. I don't know who's going to beat him. I think he's on another level. Do you think he'll be beaten anytime soon, or do you have your eyes on anyone who'll take him out?
Well, Chris Wakeman was trying to get into the mix, as far as I remember, right?
That's
right
terrible,
after the fight.
terrible idea, I think. He got no chin.
He has got no chin, that's for sure. But if he is able to stay up and take him down to the ground, then he might have a chance, though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think style-wise that's a good fight, but just he gets knocked out so much. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
I think
it's gonna be the Chechen Wolf. He's the next one to beat him.
Is it?
What do you think? Okay, yeah, that's a better one. Let's end on that one. What do you think? What do you think of Khamzat Chimaev, the Chechen Wolf? You think he's the real deal, or you think he's all right?
Chimaev, let's see, man. I have no idea. He needs to prove himself by fighting one of the top 5 guys, and then we'll see what material he's made out of. Right. So right now it's too early to judge from my point of view.
Way too early to tell. Way too early.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw someone say this might be our first 3 weight division champion. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he hasn't even fought anyone in the top 10.
Exactly. Yeah. Far too early. So let's see if he can actually cope up with the hype he's got going right now.
Do you think he should? Because he's fought equally at 170 and 185. I said I think he should stay at 185 and try to go for that belt because Adesanya is a striker, and Usman, who we know is your boy, is a well decorated wrestler. I think 185 would be a better chance for Chimaev to go for the belt. Do you think that's pretty accurate, or do you think he should just stay at 170?
You mean stay with the big boys instead of like going one down below and be a little more stronger? I would say he should stay down actually on the lower.
Think so?
Yeah.
I just think 170 has more guys that match his style, and I think 170 is a better division.
Yeah, but then again, he's top of the food chain. If he goes down, he might be one of the strongest guys. I mean, he's pretty tall too, right? So if he gets down on the weight, he might have this for his own advantage.
Yeah, I think he looks pretty good at 185. I mean, I don't think he looks really undersized. So he's got some size on him for sure. Interesting cat, but
far too early to judge, man. I have no idea. Let's see him fight a couple more fights, and then we'll know what he's all about.
All right, who do you match him up with? Who do you match him up with next? Let's end there.
Let me check. It was 175, you said, right?
170 or 185, you can pick.
Let me see, 170. Let me check that real quick. What do we got here? Who we got actually right now in the division?
Well, we got 2 minutes at it before it's gonna kick us out. Let's say we got for 170. What we got? We got Colby Covington. We got Masvidal. We got Leon Edwards.
Oh boy, okay, that's a tough one. Yeah. Stephen Thompson would be nice, but he's chickening out, right? So
he's chickening out, yeah.
Masvidal. Let's make him face with Masvidal. That would be fucking tough one to crack.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Bold matchmaking right now.
Well, yeah.
Eddie, unfortunately, we have to go. It looks like it's going to – Zoom only lets us go for a certain amount of time. It says we got 1 minute, 30 seconds
All right,
left.
guys. Then let's wrap this up, huh?
So you got Gaethje. How's it in? Give us a round. Give us a decision. What do you got?
Khabib, let's say third round.
Khabib. Third round. Yeah. TKO?
I don't think by ground and pound. Probably submission or something.
Submission. Okay.
Yeah.
Third round submission from Eddie.
Yeah.
I got Justin Gaethje. Third round knockout. Alex, what do you got?
Khabib. Fourth round TKO.
Boom. There you go. Eddie,
there you go.
Pleasure having you.
Thank you.
I don't know when it's going to kick us off. It says less than 1 minute, so we'll wrap it up. Thanks for coming, guys. Eddie.
Pleasure on my side.
We'll be in touch 100%. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yes, sir. See you on the flip side, okay? Have a nice one.
See you, man. See you. Peace.
Bye-bye.